with all the Malayalam. I want to go across now to the other big fight today. That fight is in Gujarat. 26 seats of Gujarat up for grabs. We've got two reporters joining us from Gujarat this morning. Paulami Saha in Ahmedabad, Jumana Shah in Gandhinagar. I want to go across to Paulami first and see if she's picked up any Gujarati. The Prime Minister tweeting moments before now, Paulami, that he'll be coming out in Ahmedabad to cast her vote, to cast his vote. Tell us, the assembly election was a bruising battle for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Doing well in the Prime Minister's home state, crucial for the BJP to maintain the kind of lead they had in 2014. Paulami.
Right, okay, Rahul, of course, I will spout some of my Gujarati, which is obviously Kem Cho, Majama Cho, all of that in a bit from now. But obviously everything is getting a little anxious over here because the Prime Minister is expected to be here in a very short while. I'm standing right outside the Nishan Higher Secondary School in Ranip in Ahmedabad, where the Prime Minister is expected to come out and cast his ballot. 7:30 a.m. is the scheduled time for the Prime Minister to come out and cast his ballot. So he's expected to be very punctual about that. You can see over here across this entire street and stretch, Gujarat police lining up this entire stretch over here of Ambika Road, leading up to the Nishan Higher Secondary School to ensure that security is absolutely tight. And obviously there are people as well who've gathered over here in order to catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister, the most high-profile voter in Gujarat today, to cast his ballot. Of course, there will be Amit Shah, there will be LK Advani, Arun Jaitley, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, a couple of governors as well, including MP Governor Anandiben Patel, who will, of course, come out and cast their ballot in Gujarat. But obviously, this is the most high-profile voter who's going to come out first thing in the morning and cast his ballot. Gujarat is witnessing a very tight contest this time round because of how the assembly elections panned out, where the Congress did give the BJP some sleepless nights. The BJP did emerge as the single largest party during those elections in December 2017, but the Congress was able to, of course, make them slightly uncomfortable, and so the BJP has been working constantly on the ground. They did get 26 out of 26 Lok Sabha seats in 2014, but they're not taking any chances. They're not just saying that all their sitting members of parliament are comfortably placed, so they've repeated all those members of parliament. They've not done that. 11 sitting members of parliament have been replaced with new ones, including, of course, a former member of parliament from Gandhinagar, LK Advani, and Amit Shah, of course, is contesting the Lok Sabha elections from Gandhinagar constituency this time.
In Gandhinagar, that Jumana Shah joins us this morning. Jumana, Gandhinagar for a long time associated very closely with LK Advani. This time, Amit Shah stepping into those shoes. There wasn't much of a rebellion of sorts that also reflects the current strength of Amit Shah and that of LK Advani. But what's it looking like? Are we looking at 2014 once more? Or is this more close to December 2017 when there was a bruising battle that played out, especially in Saurashtra, especially in North Gujarat?
Yeah, so Rahul, it looks like a little uncertain at the moment, because what it looks like right now is we don't know whether it will be as bruising for BJP as it was in 2017, or will it be as fantastic as it was in 2014. What we can tell at the moment is that what we call in the political parlance ke ek hawa honi chahiye. There should be a wave that you felt in 2014 that ab ki baar Modi Sarkar. So that wave is at the moment not there on the ground in Gujarat, and this is not just for the rural areas that I would say. I would say that even for the urban areas. That said, BJP, in a sense, is, the urban areas are completely committed to the BJP. So I wouldn't say that BJP will perform any worse than it did in the 2017 or even the 2014 elections as far as the urban seats are concerned. But rural seats are up for grabs, and it could be anybody's bet and guess. What I've been told by BJP sources over the past few days is that we've got an early alert in 2017 when we did not do as well as we expected, and we know that there is distress, there is farm crisis, there is water crisis, all of those things are there. So we know we are approaching it. But let's not forget that they did have that alert even in 2017, because before that, when there were panchayat and taluka polls, BJP did not perform that well. So it's all out there. There is a lot of suspense here. That said, I'm in Gandhinagar right now. Right behind me is Amit Shah's polling booth, where you see people lining up right there. The window that you see is where Amit Shah is going to cast his vote in maybe a few hours from now, couple of hours is what we are expecting. People are already lining up. This is Naranpura area. Naranpura area is falls in the Gandhinagar constituency, which is Amit Shah's home as well. He has started from here as a worker, as an ABVP worker. He's risen the ranks of the BJP, and it's quite as it goes for Narendra Modi, goes for Amit Shah as well, that he's risen the ranks and gone right up to the top. The perfect golden story, as we